Give me you, everything else can wait. Give me you, I hope I'm not too late. Lord, give me you, Lord, give me you, Lord, give me you, Lord, give me you. Give me you, everything else can wait. Lord, give me you, I hope I'm not too late. Lord, give me you, Lord, give me you, Lord, give me you, Lord, give me you. 'Cause it's me, oh Lord, I'm on my knees, crying out to you. It's me, oh Lord, I'm on my knees, so give me you.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Man. We are on the eve of Thanksgiving, and unfortunately, there are a lot of families right now that are not going to be looking forward to tomorrow. There was a story that came out last night that I wanted to share with you here on my live that is not only probably the most probably the scariest thing that you can imagine. I mean, you're going to Walmart. You're in a Walmart to go and shop for rolls and dinner rolls. I'm talking about turkey and dressing and cranberry. Like, you go to Walmart and all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Let me show y'all what we're going to be talking about today.
Our extended coverage tonight continues until 2 o'clock this morning of that mass shooting that occurred at 10/12 Tuesday night in Chesapeake at the Walmart off Battlefield Boulevard.
We have been learning more information as the night has gone on, exactly what transpired in the store. The last that we got from police, like Tom mentioned, was 10/12 Tuesday night is when they were called out to that Walmart because of an active threat. You are taking a live look at the scene right now. Police told us that when they arrived on the scene, they began a tactical movement, tactical entrance into that building. Many officers responded to the scene, and when they entered, they found multiple fatalities and multiple injuries. City officials and police say they believe there was one shooter who is deceased. We do not know at this point in time how that shooter died. So we are still working to find out that information. We have learned, again, multiple fatalities and multiple people who are injured taken to area hospitals. Leo Kaczynski, who is Chesapeake police officers, he is the public information officer there, said it is an all hands on deck situation, and they are going through this investigation piece by piece. That includes going through the entire building step by step at this point in time.
And I'm sure they are still doing that now, although we can't see inside the building. But FBI and ATF are also on their way. As a matter of fact, FBI is there, according to our Brett Hall, who reported earlier tonight. They are interviewing people, both employees and people who were in the store at the time, to get their version of events. And we also have 5 people who were taken to Centera Norfolk General Hospital for their injuries. We heard from a woman whose brother was a 20-year employee at Walmart who's being treated at that hospital for a gunshot wound. Craig Loper talked to her earlier tonight, and police did say that they believe the gunman, or they say the gunman is dead, the lone shooter in this, and they do not believe the public is in any danger at this point. However, this investigation continues. When you look at this live shot at this massive parking lot, Lena, it is such a different view than what we had at about 11 o'clock tonight, when they had many more police cars.
So it looks like so far what we understand is that it was the manager, one of the managers, who shot and killed these folks. Okay. Now, this really hit me because I've been to this Walmart before. I used to live in Chesapeake, Virginia, which is where this happened. So I actually graduated from a high school in Chesapeake, Virginia. So this hits pretty close to home. I don't know who, but it could have been some of my classmates that might have been shot and killed in this whole situation. So this is definitely horrific. I'm sure all of us have been to Walmart before at one time in our lives, and so this is pretty serious. Welcome everybody for being in here. A2L_, how you doing? Latrice B, Miss Shirley, DJ D Money, hello. Rock with the Truth, hello. I hope everybody here has a happy Thanksgiving. This is definitely not the way you want to bring in a Thanksgiving or as a family. Let's continue.
There,
Absolutely.
all with their lights going, and officers going in, and officers, doing their job to secure the area. It looks like a much different scene. Now, this was taken earlier. This illustrates my point that I was making.
You can see the police presence is still very heavy at the Walmart.
Yes, it is.
But it was definitely amplified a few hours ago as officers were first arriving on the scene and first beginning that investigation. So it has lessened slightly, but is not completely gone. As you can see, that perimeter has moved up a little bit closer to the Walmart at this point in time. Now, our Brett Hall is at the Sam's Club, which is right down the road, and Brett was sharing some of the reactions from employees at the Walmart. He said it started with shock, and then it just turned to anguish and tears and pain. A lot of these employees said it was like a family for them. Even though it's a big company and a big store, it really felt like a family, and this is a devastating night for them. It was a shift change around 10 o'clock. They were supposed to close the store down at 11, and then this happened, and things will never be the same for them.
Wow. So, as we understand this, so there was a shift change at 10 o'clock, and then by 11, all of this happened. So that is, wow. So if there's a shift change, obviously the employees who got off at 10 o'clock, obviously went home. So whoever this manager was, he obviously had a issue with this night crew that was coming on. And as this story, it's just happened last night, so as this story develops, we will continue to follow it. But this is definitely a crazy way to. Can you imagine the scene? All those people in the Walmart, and they hear gunshots. Can you imagine? Hey, Shirlette McAdams, how you doing?
That really, Brett also mentioned that these employees were speaking one-on-one with Chesapeake Police and the FBI as this investigation goes through. They were talking about who was in the store, who wasn't in the store, what they know, and all that sort of information passing along to investigators as they work to determine why this happened, what led up to this tragedy inside of this Walmart tonight.
That is still the big question tonight. Yeah. We just don't have all those facts yet, and we'll have to wait for those to become available. But police do say to avoid this area, do not go here if you want information about your loved ones. Instead, go a mile away, about 7 minutes down the road to the Chesapeake Conference Center at 700 Conference Center Drive. Now, we are working to get another live shot from Centera Norfolk General Hospital.
In the meantime, though, I think we have some more sound from the woman that Craig interviewed at Centera Norfolk General Hospital. Her loved one was injured, so here's what she had to say.
The fact that he was talking, my parents who live in Florida also called him, and he spoke with them very quickly. He said that they were all working on him, so you know that's kind of comforting to know that. I mean, he's able to text and able to talk a little bit. Just he literally was clocked in 10 minutes. You know, you just never know.
So this guy had literally just clocked in for his shift. Like, just clocked in for work for his shift. And you get shot by one of your managers. Can any of y'all fathom clocking into work and then 10 minutes later your manager is shooting and killing the employees? Can any of y'all even fathom that thought? Miss Mo said, I know people who worked there and had just left out that Walmart when it happened. Yeah, Miss Mo, I went to that Walmart. I used to live in Chesapeake, Virginia. I actually graduated from a school there. Yep. Let's continue, y'all.
And let's go to our Craig Loper, who spoke with that woman. Craig?
Yeah, hey guys. She seemed very composed, if you could tell through the interview right there. Her and a few of her family members in good spirits as they are sitting and waiting news about her brother. She said earlier in that interview that they typically do Thanksgiving dinner on Wednesdays because her brother works Black Fridays late Thursday nights every year. And she said he's been working there about 20 years now. Wow. So their family tradition is on Wednesday. They were having some sort of Zoom call as a family through the computer together. And they were speaking around 9:15, 9:30 before he went in for his shift at 10 o'clock. And then as you just heard there in the soundbite, sort of before you knew it, they got another call from him, and the call that no one could expect at the time, that he had been shot. So as we sit here now, they're basically on standby. The family is about his status in the hospital. She said she worked in the medical field. I believe she said she was a nurse and used to work here at Centera Norfolk. So like I said, incredibly composed, and they are hopeful that her brother makes a full recovery. And at the end of that interview, I asked, what kind of gift would that be for Thanksgiving? If he's out and well. She said it would be the best, obviously, and very grateful to have him happy and healthy. They were Chesapeake natives. They've been here for a long time, and obviously an incredibly tragic situation, but one that they look like her brother might come out of, and they're very grateful for that.
All right, Craig Loper reporting live from Centera Norfolk General Hospital. Yeah, I mean, these are the stories that cut to the heart.
Right.
The people who are affected by these tragedies, how that family's lives have turned upside down on a time when we're supposed to be grateful and thankful that we have each other. Now we're dealing with something totally different. How wonderful it would be to make a full recovery.
Right.
It would lend a whole new meaning for Thanksgiving for that particular family.
We do know Centera Norfolk General Hospital is a level 1 trauma center, and there are many capable hospitals all across the region. We don't have a number exactly on how many people at this point that we know have been injured, but we know 5 people were taken to Centera Norfolk General Hospital. Hospital officials there have confirmed that to us. So we know at this point at least 5 people have been injured. You're taking a live look again at the scene at the Walmart. This is what it looks like right now. We are now more than 3 hours, about 3.5 hours since the initial call came out for this active shooter scene at the Walmart in Chesapeake off of Battlefield Boulevard. Definitely just a tragic night for so many people tonight.
We have multiple casualties.
So not only did the manager, early reports say, not only did the manager kill 7 employees, but he also killed himself. So we talk about, like, you never know what's on a person's mind. You never know what a person's going through. That's why I always say to people, like, you know, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, just let them go. Like, you don't know what they're speeding or trying to hurry up and get to, right? Some people do it to be buttholes. I get that. However, don't let people don't underestimate what's going on in people's heads, right? This guy obviously had to definitely, I mean, we don't know what happened. We don't know what was the reason why he chose to kill these people. From what I've heard so far, it doesn't sound like he shot any civilians or anyone that was in there shopping. As things come out, then we'll get more information, but this is extremely troubling. Miss Mosa, my sister used to live there. That Walmart is a problem anyway, but no one saw this coming. No, how could you? Naismith River, right around Hickory, Miss Mo, right around Hickory High School area. No, it's senseless. He drove knowing he'd do this, shaking my head. If he was unhappy and upset, he should have just quit. I'm tired of people playing God. Right. It is so troubling. The number of people that have passed is climbing. I'm hearing a few more have passed since. Oh, boy. Let's listen.
And multiple fatalities. That's about the most concrete
hey, Roops,
classification we could get out of police tonight, because they are still going through that massive store because they want to make sure they have this investigation under control before they release concrete numbers. You're getting a look again at the video we shot earlier tonight. This was shortly after the call came in, and we noticed the difference in the activity that you're seeing in the parking lot compared to earlier tonight. Still, this investigation, though, far from over tonight, and it's going to continue throughout the evening. We got this tweet from Commonwealth's attorney, Ramin Fadahi, who says, "My heart breaks for the citizens of Chesapeake and the Chesapeake Police Department, where I prosecuted for 4 years and where my father practiced neurosurgery for over 30 years. I pray for the victims, for their families, and for peace." We all want peace, especially this time of year.
And for those who are waking up to hearing this news, unable to get in touch with loved ones who may have been shopping or working in the Walmart at the time of the shooting at 10:15 last night, Chesapeake City officials are asking you to go to the Chesapeake Conference Center. That's at 700 Conference Center Drive. Do not go to the Walmart at this point in time. There is a family center at the Chesapeake Conference Center. Our John Dowding has been out there, says families are slowly starting to arrive, and of course we are respecting their privacy at this time, but there are chaplains there. There's law enforcement there as well to provide resources and provide information to families. There is no hotline phone number for people to call at this point in time. So if you do need information, you do physically have to go to the Chesapeake Conference Center at this point in time. But again, avoid the Walmart. Officials, law enforcement, police are asking people to stay away from the Walmart right now as they continue to investigate. As we have seen in these live shots that we've had, it is still an active scene. There is still police tape up, so do not go there right now.
And here's what Walmart is saying tonight. They have released a statement. We shared it with you earlier, but those of you just tuning in, this is Walmart now. We are shocked at this tragic event at our Chesapeake, Virginia store. We are praying for those impacted, the community and our associates. We're working closely with law enforcement, and we are focused on supporting our associates. Now, there's more than one Walmart in Chesapeake. I want to reiterate the fact this is the one off Battlefield Boulevard at Sam's Circle, and
Battlefield Boulevard.
I think there's two Walmarts in Chesapeake, I believe. That one is close by, but this is the one we're talking about off Battlefield Boulevard and in Sam's Circle.
Yep.
Our Brett Hall has been there. He has been the one near the Walmart employees. We're going to go back out to Brett now. Brett, how's it going?
Well, I just had a very, the worst thing that you cringe to see. An individual came up and saying, please just tell me, she's okay. Please tell me she's okay. I'm not going to say the name right now since I don't want to alarm anybody else, but his fiance, it works the night shift and in the back of the store, and he has not heard from her, and this is the shooting happened at 10 o'clock, and he's just a wreck. People have been told to go to the convention center, but that's just the hardest thing to hear, even as a reporter, of course, because we always try to help with information, and they just don't know. Many people left all their belongings, so there could be a phone not with them, or there's a range of possibilities, but there's still that urgent search to see if people are okay, and the police are telling people to go to the convention center. As far as the details of the shooting, I spoke with a Walmart employee who works the front, who said that the shooting occurred in the back of the store. He said he heard it and immediately ran outside and called 911. This happened around the shift change, as I think I told you. We were told that people were coming in for the 10 to 6:30 a.m. shift, stocking overnight. The store was slated to close at 11 o'clock, ahead of one of the busiest days for any grocery store. It's a Walmart Superstore.
Y'all hold real quick. What's up, honey? Oh, all right. All right, bye. All right, y'all hold one moment.
Employees extremely shaken up. Most of them have now been loaded onto a bus to go over to the convention center. The ones that remain here that didn't have a ride, they just keep saying, "I can't believe this. I can't believe this." As the time goes on, the initial shock just is turning to grief. Many of them say they know who did this. We are not going to name that person until police does. Obviously, that person is dead who shot several people. But the employees alike also at this point don't know who has been seriously injured, who has been killed. They are looking for information as well. I think I saw from one of my colleagues that we're not going to get information on names ourselves until later on this morning. This large scene where the FBI is assisting, Virginia Beach Police assisting Chesapeake Police is the lead, trying to figure out exactly what occurred. But again, the new information I was able to get from a witness is that he heard the multiple gunshots coming from the back of the store, and he ran out, immediately called 911. People still, this individual, the fiance of this individual, said that if the shooter is who people say they are, they know this person. And I'm not going to go into some of the other things they said because we don't know if they're true about the relationship between these individuals or the reputation of this shooter. Not the time for that, but they they just want to know if their loved one is okay, and that's really still several hours, just about going on 3 hours after the shooting, what people are looking for information for. That's really the latest I have out here right now. The bus actually just pulled away while I was on the phone with you, taking employees over to the convention center, Chesapeake Convention Center, off Greenbrier Parkway over there by the regional building in the Wawa. If anyone.
All right, y'all. I just had something else come in. Let me go ahead and go over that with y'all. This seems to be a update. Okay. So let's open this up.
30 now on a very busy Wednesday morning. We are covering breaking news coming in from Virginia. Multiple people are dead, others injured after another mass shooting, and this time it happened at a Walmart. It is another act of gun violence rocking another U.S. city.
Just horrific, and we're hearing from people who were inside the store at the time, packed with Thanksgiving shoppers. And our Jessica Guay joining us live with what we know right now. Jessica, good morning.
Police confirmed 7 people died in the mass shooting at a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia. That includes the alleged shooter. A law enforcement source told CNN it's believed the shooter was an employee or former employee who walked into a break room and opened fire on other employees. That source also told CNN it's believed the shooter at some point turned the gun on himself. And officers responded to the Walmart superstore less than an hour before closing around 10:12 p.m. A Chesapeake police spokesperson says they believe the shooting occurred inside the store. At least one body was found outside. Police say people who were injured were rushed to multiple hospitals. One hospital confirmed it was treating 5 people for unspecified injuries. The city said a family reunification center was set up nearby for those trying to find loved ones.
He went in at 10 p.m. tonight, and we received a phone call. Well, his wife received a phone call about 10:18 saying that he had been shot. At the time, that's all that we knew, that he had been shot. We didn't know how, and what was really strange to us is that he clocks in at 10, so he hadn't even been there 10 minutes.
So if you ask me, this was personal. So they're saying that this guy was either a manager who currently worked there or a former employee. So maybe, and the details are still coming out, right? But maybe just the way I'm thinking early right now is that could it have been that, he was fired right around, this time of the year and snapped. And lost his mind. I definitely think there's got to be some type of accountability, with this, especially when we talk about, mental health, right? Miss Mo said, where was the police on site? Usually I see a police officer at the Walmart at night because of other issues they've had with customers. And maybe, and if you think about it, Miss Mo, you said he was a current manager from the people you know. Okay. So did you think, because he went obviously into the break room in the back, maybe that's the last place that the police would think would happen. Something like that would happen, is in the break room. This is insane. Let's listen on.
There's been a massive police presence outside of the store. FBI agents and Virginia Beach Police are assisting Chesapeake Police. The ATF's Washington Field Division also mobilized to Virginia to provide assistance. Investigators are expected to provide an update around 8 a.m., so make sure you stay with us because details will continue to develop throughout today. Reporting live, Jessica Guay, KDKA News.
All right, so as it says here,
who's your friend? I'm an aviator.
It says that the shooter, let me just bring this in so y'all can see it. So it says here that a shooter opened fire in a Walmart in Virginia late Tuesday, killing 6 people leaving 6 people dead. Police said in a second high-profile mass killing in a handful of days. The assailant is also dead. The store in Chesapeake is now safe, Officer Leo Kaczynski said in the early hours on Wednesday. The shooting came 3 days after a person opened fire at a gay nightclub in Colorado late Saturday, killing 5 people and wounding 17. Earlier in the year, the country was shaken by the deaths of 21 when a gunman stormed the elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. Tuesday's shooting also brought back memories of another at a Walmart in 2019 when a gunman police say was targeting Mexicans opened fire at a store in El Paso and killed 22 people. Earlier, Kaczynski said that he couldn't say how the gunman died, but he believed the police fired shots. Let me open this up. Police fired shots. The shooting had apparently stopped when police arrived at the store in Chesapeake, which is Virginia's second largest city and lies next to seaside communities of Norfolk and Virginia Beach. Mike Kofta, a spokesperson for the Centera Healthcare, said in a text message that 5 patients from the Walmart were being treated at Norfolk General Hospital. Their conditions weren't immediately available. Walmart tweeted early on Wednesday that it was shocked at this tragic event. U.S. Senator Mark Warner said in a tweet that he was sickened by the reports and yet another mass shooting, this time at a Walmart in Chesapeake. State Senator Luis Lucas echoed Warner's sentiment, tweeting that she was absolutely heartbroken that America's latest mass shooting took place in a Walmart in her district. So, man, listen. This is insane. Here's another report that I want to show y'all. Here's another one. Let's check this one out.
In our coverage that I had gotten a text about someone that I know who was in that area at the time. It is Terry Brown, and she is joining us now on the phone. Terry, I understand that you're very shaken. I can't imagine what you're feeling, but if you're able to describe what happened when you were there at the shopping center on Sam Circle in Chesapeake for us.
This is, without question, the first time I can say that I've ever understood what anyone has said when they say a crime happens in your backyard. I was driving, actually, I had just left that Walmart and gone to the Dollar Tree beside it and come down the road and went to Food Line. I'm coming back and I'm way down Battlefield, but through my rearview mirror, I could see a police car coming. So my natural instinct was to pull over, and I'm pretty sure it was most likely the first car to get to that Walmart because I was literally at the light where you were going to that Walmart. And the car came by so fast, my car shook. And my car is pretty heavy, but it literally shook. And within seconds, police were coming from everywhere. And I literally sat there and I was counting the police cars. And at the count, before the light could turn green, it was 13 police cars, and I could see a fire truck coming. I got home because I lived less than 2 minutes from that Walmart, and I could just hear police cars just coming and coming and coming and coming. And there are no words. There are just no words. To see this unfold, to be a part of it, and to know that this crime occurred so close to me, and I was literally in that store, is terrifying.
Terry, it's David Allen, and first let me say thank you for helping us tell this story, and I know it's difficult. When you were in the store, was it crowded?
It was extremely crowded. All of the checkouts were extremely busy. They had most registers open. There are long lines at the self-checkout. They had people at the front doors. Usually it's 1 or 2 greeters. Tonight I saw probably around 4. A lot of people in the store. I literally parked way down the parking lot because you could not find spaces.
And Terry, you mentioned you live not far from there. We have folks here working at the station who don't live far, and we are trying to, set the scene and the geography for people who are not familiar with that part of Chesapeake. Tell me, when you saw all the police cars coming, was there a lot of traffic there on Battlefield Boulevard? It is a busy street, I think, pretty much at any time.
It is a busy street, but I think by the time that the first car came past me, it was like, truthfully, if I don't say anything about Chesapeake police, I will say tonight they were on it. And I don't know what they do the rest of the time, but they were on the scene. Those police cars came so fast. I mean, literally within a minute, I was counting 13 fire trucks. I mean, they were coming from all areas. There was no traffic moving because so many police cars were coming so quickly.
And how would you describe the area, since you live nearby? A great mixed use of stores, gas stations, restaurants, apartments, houses?
Yes. There's a Walmart, there's Dollar Tree there, there's the home store, there's a Fridays there on the corner, there's a little Shell station. It's a very busy area, and truthfully tonight there was not a lot of traffic on the main road of Battlefield because all the traffic literally was in the Walmart parking lot.
So Terry, when you were in the store, everything seemed normal?
Just people walking on top of each other, but it wasn't, it didn't feel like a hostile environment. People were being very friendly, talking about Thanksgiving, what they had to do, what they had to, get and so forth. There was no hostility. It was very calm, despite the fact there was a very, very large amount of people in that store.
What time was it about when you were there?
I would say when I left there, it was about I would say somewhere near 20 to 9. Because Dollar Tree closes at 9, and I wanted to run over there and get something. So I would say, it's about 8:30, 8:40.
Okay.
Yeah,
I literally just missed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you say really there are no words that you don't expect to be a part of this, but sadly we are all becoming a part of this. As I mentioned, we've had these mass shootings, most recently in Colorado Springs, but we were just reporting on the University of Virginia, the shooting on campus grounds there on the bus, the charter bus.
Yeah, coming back from the
Yes, it's very, very, very scary. Yeah. It's a very scary time we live in, and my sister
So y'all didn't hear none of that. Y'all didn't hear none of that? That whole interview? Good grief. I'm sorry. What'd you say, baby?
Bubbles.
You need bubbles? Okay. All right, Daddy, gonna get you bubbles, okay?
Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Thought y'all could hear it. Hold on.
Our coverage that I had gotten a text about someone that I know who was in that area at the time. It is Terry Brown, and she is joining us now on the phone. Terry, I understand that you're very shaken. I can't imagine what you're feeling, but if you're able to describe what happened when you were there at the shopping center on Sam's Circle in Chesapeake for us.
This is, without question, the first time I can say that I've ever understood what anyone has said when they say a crime happens in your backyard. I was driving, actually, I had just left at Walmart and gone to the Dollar Tree beside it and come down the road and went to Food Line. I'm coming back and I'm way down Battlefield, but through...
Okay, so y'all heard, here's his last 2 minutes. Okay, let me go to the last. There we go.
Just sort of, people walking on top of each other, but it wasn't, it didn't feel like a hostile environment. People were being very friendly, talking about Thanksgiving, what they had to do, what they had to, get and so forth. There was no hostility. It was very calm, despite the fact that it was a very, very large amount of people in that store.
What time was it about when you were there?
I would say when I left there, it was about I would say somewhere near 20 to 9, because Dollar Tree closes at 9, and I wanted to run over there and get something. So
thank you,
I
House
would
of the
say,
Princess.
yeah, it's about 8:30, 8:40.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just missed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you say really there are no words. That you don't expect to be a part of this, but sadly we are all becoming a part of this. As I mentioned, we've had these mass shootings, most recently in Colorado Springs, but we were just reporting on the University of Virginia, the shooting on campus grounds there on the bus, the charter bus.
Yeah, coming back from the...
Yes, it's very, very, very scary. Yeah. It's a very scary time we live in. And my sister literally fusses at me every night because I'm one of these people that think, I'll just run to the store, I'll be fine. And this has changed my life without a question.
It's a good point. We just, we can't do things the way that we normally have done things. And I'm getting text, I think all of us are getting texts from our friends here. And that's one thing that some people are saying, that you can't go anywhere, it seems. You can't go to school, you can't go to a church, you can't go to a store, you can't go to a mall.
You can't. It's frightening. And I mean, like, that parking lot is full. When I literally came out of the store, I had to park all the way at the very end, like you were actually leaving out of the Walmart whole facility. And of course, anyone that's seen that Walmart knows how large that parking lot is. And I could not find a space when I came in.
And let's talk about that for a minute.
That's how crowded it was.
The way that parking lot is set up, you have the circle, which Sam's Circle. Yeah. So it could be difficult if you need to get out of there quickly. That line is usually long.
I'll promise you, you're not getting out quickly.
Yes.
You're definitely not getting out of that parking lot quickly, because you have to remember, when you leave that parking lot, you have all those stores like the Chick-fil-A, the Wendy's, there's a little corner mart, and other things there.
So you're not going to be able to park the Chesapeake Police. We've got Leo Kaczynski speaking right now. Terry, thank you so much for your...
So y'all listen. If you have family members in VA, call and make sure that none of them were in that Walmart. Call and, look, just, y'all keep your eyes open. Be safe, okay? I know that y'all need to go and, get stuff for, Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. But just be careful, okay? But listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. I'm sorry Noodle don't got her hair done yet, but she wanted to come up here with Daddy, so but But y'all listen, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. As more information comes out, I'll probably come back. You know, this is, I can't imagine being one of those families who maybe sent a family member or sent a son or daughter to K-Love92 said, this is 25 minutes away from me. That's crazy. Too close to home. Yep. Right in the backyard. But y'all listen, I love y'all. I will holler at y'all later on. Y'all be blessed. Keep your family close. Keep your eyes open. Watch for your surroundings. Okay? Peace out, y'all.
Haters, all good. Thought I couldn't when I could.